I'm not a crook.
Good evening. If you had any remaining doubt that the Bush administration is more interested in issuing press releases boasting of defeating or thwarting terrorism than it is in actually defeating or thwarting terrorism, you can stop wondering. Our fifth story on the countdown tonight, the administration compromised a backdoor channel into Islamic websites so it could look like a bunch of big men on Fox News Channel. It revealed a route to an unreleased Osama bin Laden video. Of course, not long after Fox News found out, so did Al-Qaeda. Add the name Site Intelligence Group, SITE, to the long list of counter-terror assets sacrificed to Bush PR efforts. It's the Valerie Plame Wilson list, if you will. The founder of the small privately run intelligence firm telling the Washington Post that it gave two senior White House officials an advanced copy of the latest Osama bin Laden tape on the condition the administration would keep it secret until Al-Qaeda released the tape itself. The logic there impeccable, not to give Al-Qaeda a hint that any counter-terror group had a pipeline into one of its web homes. But within hours, someone in the government had leaked the video and the transcript to Fox News, apparently even telling Fox about the Site Intelligence Group's name. The sensitive data was then leaked to other news organizations, and that, says the Site Group, tipped off Al-Qaeda to the security breach that allowed Site to get the advanced copy of the tape in the first place. Thanks to that, the company adds, quote, techniques that took years to develop are now ineffective and worthless. At the White House this afternoon, Press Secretary Dana Perino confirmed the identity of the two senior officials to whom the Site Intelligence Group gave the bin Laden tape and said they immediately shared it with others in a good way.
So we did not ask to have that information just solely reviewed at the White House. We immediately turned it over to the National Center for Counterterrorism. That's what Fred Fielding and Joel Bagnall did, the two people who were aware of the link.
So if only Mr. Fielding, the White House counsel, and Mr. Bagnall, the deputy assistant to the president for Homeland Security, knew about the bin Laden tape, can Ms. Perino be absolutely certain that neither was the source of the leak? Well, why, yes, she can.
My question is, Fielding and Bagnall both knew about the information. You're positive they didn't leak it or take
Correct.
it further than the DNI's office? You've asked them
to NCTC. We asked that the company contact NCTC directly and get that information to them directly.
Didn't Ms. Perino start out by saying that Fielding and Bagnall contacted the National Counterterrorism Center about the tape themselves? And if not the NCTC, did they happen to speak with anybody else?
I know that they asked for the company that called to contact NCTC directly. I don't know who else they might have called within our government, possibly the DNI's counsel's office, but I'm not positive. I can check.
I guess my question is, you're saying they contacted these other places, the company asked them not to. So how do you know that
we asked the
didn't come from Fielding or...
Because I've talked to Fred.
Okay, that's my question.
I've talked to Fred, and what we do is we ask that the call comes in from the company, and then Fred said, we'd like for the federal government to be able to look at this, thank you, but don't send it to me, send it directly to the NCTC, the National Center for Counterterrorism, which is what was taking place here.
To recap, in the space of 2 minutes, Ms. Perino's story, the White House not asking to have the bin Laden tape solely reviewed by the White House, implying that the White House did in fact review it. Ms. Perino further saying that Fred Fielding and Joel Bagnall turned the tape over to the National Counterterrorism Center themselves. That story morphing into Mr. Fielding asked the Site Institute to contact the NCTC directly. That second version of the story then morphing into, I'm going to have to get back to you on the specifics of who exactly Mr. Fielding spoke with or didn't.